So what are we? What was this thing that you just pulled up right now?
So, recently, this guy named Leaving the 99, he was supposed to be like the Spanish branch of Voice of Reason, because Voice of Reason did a couple videos in Spanish. The one that I can think of that he did was basically denouncing the pagan practice of like worshiping Saint Jude. You know how the Mexicans are big into Saint Jude?
Yeah.
So yeah, like they do, like the Mexicans do this thing where they like, let's say like you want to go commit a crime, you pray to Saint Jude, and Saint Jude grants you your thing. And he's saying like that's incorrect, and you're not supposed to like bring him coins and bread and fucking beer and stuff like that. And
So then what happened to Voice of Reason?
so what happened to Voice of Reason was he got bought out by Michael Lofton, and he decided no, because like I think Voice of Reason was supposed to get into Spanish content, but then he just ended up just sticking to the English content. And this guy, who's like he's a Catholic apologist in the Hispanic world, he ended up linking up with him. So basically, Leaving the 99 was supposed to be like the Spanish outreach for Voice of Reason, because there's a lot of Mexicans who are becoming Protestants, like Pentecostal or Baptist, and he's supposed to like be the guy to stop that, right? So, yeah, Leaving the 99 comes from the biblical from one of Jesus' sermons where.
But what happened to Voice of Reason?
Oh, he got caught trying to sniff some ass, so. Some text got leaked.
So like, why I haven't been seeing videos of him?
Pretty much, yeah. I've been wanting to talk about the apology video that he made, but I never had a chance. And basically, Voice of Reason. Make a long story short, some text got leaked, and allegedly one of these. Now these texts are old. If you look at the text, they look like old fucking Android phone fucking text, right? But apparently he was still doing it, whatever, and. Yeah, some of these texts are old. Some of them are allegedly recent. And allegedly one of the girls that did it was underage. Now, according to him, the girl wasn't underage. And the person that said that was lying. And he admitted basically to sending sexts. But he said that the girl was not underage and she was of age, basically.
So that's why I haven't been seeing a lot of videos of him, just because he stopped.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Until this video, right?
Basically, this is like the last time we've seen of him.
Okay, let's see what this video.
Una sorpresa porque a que no adivinan quién anda aquí en Barrios Unidos, Paso,
Dude, we have a
Texas,
surprise if you're
Our
in
Lady of
Texas.
Guadalupe.
I can understand it. You don't need to.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know how much spent. Like,
No, I'm kidding. I was gonna say at the end, like, I don't know what anything that
Oh.
is, but you get them doing the auto translate.
Les voy a presentar a un camarada acá bien chingón. ¿Ve? ¿Dónde andamos, mi Alex?
Estamos aquí en El Paso, Texas, aquí en el retiro de Barrios
hearing him
Unidos de
speak
Cristo.
Spanish is so weird.
Y nos hemos pasado muy bien.
¿Cómo
Lo
nos la
bueno
pasamos?
que necesitamos. ¿Mande?
¿Cómo nos la pasamos?
Se puede decir. lo
Sí,
que-
dile tú. So it's all good, man.
Bien chingón.
Bien chingón. Ánimo, viva Cristo.
So I don't know what any of that means, but I'm just kind of judging. I saw this for the first time right now, and not any time before when you sent me this, because I've been slightly following any like whatever's going on with this. But the vibe I got was that, like, you know, he kind of played too much in like the snow, the Catholic snow, and he realized like, yeah, no, all these motherfuckers are crazy. Cause do you think that if this got exposed and he was just like around like
Hispanics.
Hispanics, you think?
Oh, I think it would have been swept under the rug right away. And plus, a lot of people don't talk about this in like the Hispanic community. It's a lot more normalized for like an older guy to be grooming, not full on.
But it would be water under the bridge. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But because he did it to some white chick, it's like the end of the world.
Well, no, not even that, but it's just the fact
Allegedly
that
some white chick.
it made it to like the bigger like sphere, and also because he was talking shit about NJF.
Yeah, because they called it the Groiper curse.
Well, there's I don't know.
And then fucking Connor saying, "Oh, I was a gooner too," or some stupid shit like that. Don't you remember?
Well,
he was making fun out of. He was
believe in
making.
the Groiper curse, but it's like I think it's kind of uncontrolled because the last Groiper curse is kind of like didn't end up so well.
Which one?
The one that happened on September 10th.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's it might be real. It might be well. I think it is a real thing, but I think it's kind of like, I don't think anyone can control how far the curse goes.
Yeah, I think the curse is a real thing. That's why, like, when we get big, we can't, like, even if we disagree with something Nick says, we have to, like, tread carefully.
Yeah, because it's not like he wants it. It's just like,
That's why I'm not gonna say it. I'll tell you off camera.
it's like uncontrolled. But the vibe I got is like, it kind of reminds me when I'm not saying that he's like on this level, but it reminds me of when the Jewish people, they go to Israel when they get caught being child predators. Kind of give me that vibe. But again, it's not on that same level. It's
because
just
he's retreating back to with his own people.
Yeah, he's kind of retreating.
Well, it's because dude, with Mexicans, like, okay, he's what, like, I think he's like in his late 20s.
Or it's kind of reminds me when Dave Chappelle went to Africa after when he decided to cancel his show. I don't know, something like that.
I don't know. I just
it's like when people like being, basically what I'm getting at is that people like being like multicultural and being like, I'm accepting towards all things, or like, oh yeah, I could entertain all people, and then they get caught up in one thing, then they revert back to the homeland, wherever that is. That's just the observation I pontificated upon.
Well, I also think the Hispanics they're not as like. So he was in his early 20s when those texts were allegedly sent, right? So let's just say let's just say this. He sent the text in his early 20s, and the girl was probably, let's say, 15, 16, right? I can't remember how old she was, right? Well, let's just say 15. Let's call it even. Say 15, right? For Hispanics, they look at it more as like, oh, well, he's a young man. He's just, his hormones are all over the place, That's how the way they look at it. But the way like white people would look at it is he's a piece of shit. Like he fucking is the devil. You know what I mean? I think white people are the only people on
God's given earth.
On God's given earth that like get really anal about the whole or whitewashed Hispanics that get real like what's the word? Like hung up over the whole like underage thing. I mean, it is morally incorrect, but I think it, like for Hispanics, because in fucking Mexico, it's normal for like a 14, 15-year-old to be dating like a 25, 30-year-old. Like it's not like a niche thing either. Like it's just something that they do, and they bring that shit over here too. They bring that shit into this country. Is what I'm trying to say. So that's why, like, whenever these far right guys talk about, like, oh, I want a 16-year-old fucking girlfriend, it's like, yeah, well, the Latinos, we've been doing that. So why do you want us out so fucking bad, motherfucker?